All right, you all had so many more examples, so here are even more authors who hated the adaptations of their books. Christopher Paolini wasn't a huge fan of the Eragon movie and how it departed from his vision. He allegedly agreed that one line of dialogue from the movie was among the stupidest quotes in film history. And in 2021, he asked fans to urge Disney for a proper adaptation. Ernest Hemingway hated the 1958 adaptation of The Old Man and the Sea so much that he walked out of the movie and asked his friend and biographer A.E. Hotchner to write a better stage adaptation instead. It took him 61 years, but Hotchner finally finished the play in 2019 at the age of 101. The original I Know What You Did Last Summer novel was not a teen slasher, and the decision to make it one on screen appalled author Lois Duncan because she lost her own 18-year-old daughter to an unsolved murder. Her exact quote is, "As the mother of a murdered child, I don't find violent death something to squeal and giggle about." The Catcher in the Rye has never been adapted into a major motion picture because J.D. Salinger felt so betrayed by My Foolish Heart, the critically reviled adaptation of his short story, Uncle Wiggily in Connecticut. Every time Hollywood called him after that, he just didn't pick up the phone. Earthsea author UrsulaKLeguin blasted the sci-fi miniseries based on her books for whitewashing the black and brown characters. She said the race of her characters was a deliberate decision in the novels. "I don't see why everybody in science fiction had to be a honky named Bob or Joe or Bill," Le Guin said. And she didn't love the Studio Ghibli adaptation either, thinking it was too violent and had an entirely different story. Anne Rice told her fans to forget about the Queen of the Damned adaptation, which she said mutilated her book. And in one of the best examples of an author disliking the adaptation of his book, Tom Clancy spent the entire DVD commentary for The Sum of All Fears shit-talking the movie, with the director sitting right next to him. He calls parts of the movie bullshit multiple times, like when a character gets radiation poisoning from coming into contact with nuclear bomb parts. Clancy says, "This is bullshit, by the way, unless he was one of the machinists, which is how I do it in the book. You can't get sick from looking at a sphere of plutonium." Amazing.